Welcome back to our session on project management. Last time we were able to look at some of the checklists when you want to do a project evaluation. Remember why we are trying to answer the question why evaluation is important in our undertaking, because evaluations gives us the room to be able to learn our successes and shortcomings in a project. It also helps in developing our skills, especially for the team members, the project managers, and even the people in the system. It also makes us be able to celebrate our successes and talking what about still need to be improved, especially for continuing project. So evaluation is very critical in any project management, and that is why it's good for us to be able to understand what are the ways that you're able to undertake to be able to perform an evaluation. One key way of doing an assessment is that you need to be able to collect information on the achievements and compare with the objectives, receive feedbacks from the stakeholders and also the project team, and be able to even ask questions: what went well, what could have been done better, and where the actions are the actions that were different to the plan and why. And then you can also be able to employ an independent evaluator who is going to take charge of the entire process of evaluating your project. So you have different segments in terms of evaluation. You must be, one will be that you will need to evaluate the performance of your team members, because these are the day-to-day implementers of the project. It is good to learn from the implementers, people who go out to the field, people who carry out the task, people who have who are actually given the resources to be able to realize the project objective. So it's also good to learn from the project team how well did they carry out their jobs, what were their achievements and areas of improvement. And then it's also good to learn from them what skills and knowledge did they gain while undertaking the project, because that is also a key indicator that as they were undertaking the project, there was personal development that was taking place for the project team. So in the undertaking, what new development were they able also to identify in terms of new needs or areas that were never considered in the formation or conceptual or drawing up of the project. And then they need to be able to be sharing their feedback and findings in reporting. And that's why reporting is a key indicator for all project team, because when you have targets, how do you know you've realized the targets? Is through the report, which are very useful for people outside the project, because we have donors, we have other partners who will want to learn from your report. Documenting the processes of planning and running a project helps to be able to understand the potential risk and issues and solutions that were identified by the implementers, that were also reviewed, that were channeled during the desk review sessions that the project teams will hold regularly. And through the feedback, then the team will be informed of what will be the new approaches, what will be the gaps that they need to fill. And this also helps them to be able to review back and say what was the initial goal of this project, and then quantify and be able to evaluate the achievements of the project collectively. Because when you are able to always make comparison from the benchmarking objectives, because the objectives help us to be able to continue comparing our actions to know if our actions are actually contributing to the desired goal that was in the project dream. It also will be very key for us at this level to be able to analyze the data and the quality of the project outcomes. That is why the project team must always be able to synthesize their reports on the deliverables against the agreed quality standard that was set in the implementation of the project. And these standards are always from the project management team, which is collective. It can be developed from bottoms up or up bottom, depending on the sensitivity and also depending on the critical nature of achievement that is targeted in the project. Also, what will be key is that the project teams also need to provide accountability, especially financial accounting and exploration of various variances, because you realize at times as you implement, you go overboard or you go underboard, so that you be able to identify which financial practices actually worked, which projects were cost effective, was cost benefit, had benefit, and also what lessons did they learn in terms of financing such project, that the project was it within the provided resources, or the resources were limited, and that could have narrowed the nature of results that were realized. And then through the reports, there's always room to be able to suggest models of best practice and other findings that are relevant for incorporation and also for adjustment, because when you make feedback, you'll be able to inform whether there's need for improvement, either in terms of finding, in terms of activities, or in terms of leadership.